Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel Videshi Mumbaikar, and today thanks to Empire Cycles Spokane I'm here to review yet another CF Moto, the 650 Adventura. So I love a good road trip and adventure. So when I see a motorcycle that's geared towards it, I expect to see a machine that is powerful and fast enough to eat up those miles on the freeway, something that's comfortable over long periods of time, with factory attachments and customizations for those long trips, and a machine that is tough and well built to handle those occasional bad roads. So today we are here to review the 650 Adventura from CF MOTO to see whether this is worthy to be your next adventure and touring companion.
Alright, so without further ado, let's get on this beautiful machine and check it out. Because at first glance, I have to say the fit and finish look impeccable. I know a lot of you people have doubts about a CF MOTO as a brand, but you need to understand that CF MOTO has been around since 1989, making high quality parts for companies across the world. And I have to say, being up close and personal, the fit and finish look impeccable. One thing I have noticed with companies that are cheap or they're not really well engineered, have these weird panel gaps. There are things that just stick out weird, and here I don't see any of that. Every gap is symmetrical, everything looks proper. There are a few things that are, cheap, like the plastics and stuff that could have been better, but at the same time, at $6,799 before freight and setup, compared to the closest competitor, which is a Kawasaki Versys that starts at $8,399 before freight, setup, and taxes. So it's a pretty big jump, another $2,000-$3,000. So you are getting a great machine for $3,000 less. All right. So I'm 5'8", and you can see my feet. They're very easily touching the ground. It doesn't feel heavy. I can rock it side to side. It feels good. It feels good. The seat feels comfortable. It's got a very nice cockpit right in front of you. Let's go in. This TFT screen is absolutely beautiful. So this is a 5-inch completely digital TFT screen, which I think looks amazing. Let's play around with it a little bit. So here we have two modes on this motorcycle. One is the sport, which is the standard mode. And then if you want something that's a little more laid back, you press modes and you get a completely different screen. So that's the eco, as you can see right there. I love the windshield adjuster. I think there is a 2-inch travel, and you have this quick selection right here, and the windshield is enormous, and I'm pretty sure that at high speeds it's going to give you the required wind protection. So that's the mode. Alright, so you keep this pressed for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then you have this selection button right up here, up and down. So navigation, wow, so you have navigation on. If you hook up your phone via Bluetooth, then you have a whole navigation panel. All right, that's the back. Then you have your phone. Once you hook it up to your phone, I'm not gonna do that since this is not my motorcycle, I'm just riding it. There's your fuel gauge right here, the engine temp. If you go into settings, okay, so you have connections, trip, you can adjust the brightness, language, go back, information. All right, it gives you the voltage, any kind of warning signs, service reminders, coolant temp, your miles, everything. And I do believe that it also has the CF MOTO app that you can hook up to your motorcycle, and that gives you all the rider information. And then here, if you can see, you have this electrical charging port, so you can just hook up your phone. If you have a RAM mount right here, you have a phone, you can directly attach it there. So you have a lot of good stuff for touring. Okay. All right, very smooth. So it's a 2-cylinder engine. Sounds decent. You know, the sound, it sounds a little bit different from the Heritage that I rode last time. I'm very upright. As you can see, I don't know if you can, but I'm like literally sitting up straight. It's very comfortable. I feel very high off the ground. Like I'm just hovering above everyone. That's what it feels like. Let's take it on the freeway and see how it fares.
Music licensing reimagined.
Football. Very nice, man. Okay. So initial impression for it's a 2-cylinder 60 horsepower machine. The pull isn't very hard, but it's very smooth and linear. We are in eco mode right now. Want to see how different that's gonna be. And I was doing about 70-80 miles an hour, and I feel like how many times do we go over that? You know, when you're going for a long period of time, about 85-90 on the freeway is, for me at least, that's good enough. So it's a perfect tourer for me. You know, you're not, obviously, this is not a track monster. Okay, very subdued. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to honk. Very subdued power delivery in the eco mode. We're gonna change it back. Gonna try eco mode again when we get off the freeway. Right now I'm gonna keep it in sport mode. All right. On, man. All right.
Music licensing reimagined.
Let's try it. You know, this is like an off-road. This is a little patch. Oh man, I have to say that it's doing well on that too. Time for a nice little walk around. Alright guys, so a quick walk around for this beautiful CF MOTO Adventura. All in all, again, as CF MOTO has continued to impress me. Last time I have ridden two models already, the CF MOTO Papio 125 and the 700 Heritage, and both were very respectable in their own right. The fit and finish and look of this motorcycle is impeccable. I really don't see any flaws besides a few cheap plastics right here. It's a complete LED setup in front, which looks brilliant. If you can see, you know, starting with the front, every cut, every corner is perfectly symmetrical with no weird panel gaps. I love the indicators. They look pretty polished and pretty neat for a stock motorcycle. The windshield is massive, has got a certain design elements to it that make it interesting, and they're fully adjustable right here. I have ABS, fully adjustable front forks with I think about 15 adjustment settings. The biggest thing that I am impressed, the CF MOTO luggage box, and that is highly impressive. Now when I bought my FJ09 from Yamaha, after spending all that amount of money on the motorcycle, you know, getting a jacket, gloves, helmet, spending more money on getting luggage bags, which are pretty expensive. You have to get the luggage bags, you need the pannier setup to attach those luggage bags, and that feels very pricey, you know, after you spend so much money. So I specifically remember that feeling. And here in this price range, which is already pretty reasonable, CF MOTO provides these enormous branded compartments. The only thing that's very weird for me is that it doesn't have cruise control, whereas the city motorcycles, which is a Heritage and the 700 Sport, both come equipped with cruise control. So that's a little bizarre, but overall value for money, yeah, this is quite a spectacular piece of machine. Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's awesome. Still, let's change modes. Eco, back to eco. Not bad. Not spectacular, but not bad at all. It rides well. how to open the luggage compartment, and it's so silly, but I finally figured it out, and I want to show you the box the luggage capacity. So all you got to do is you turn to the unlock position and then press it. That pops this handle, and so that pops this handle. So there are two levers. If you pull this, it pops the whole thing off, but there is this lever right here. If you open that, then it opens the luggage compartment. As you can see, it's got a pretty amazing cavernous space in there, and these boxes are made by Shad, which is a pretty reputable, it's actually one of the best companies for luggage compartments. So I have to say, this is very impressive. There you go, click, and just like